Maya, please. The electricity is about to be shut off. Mom begs through the phone. I need you to pay the bill like you always do. I am sitting in my apartment looking at the spreadsheet of every bill I have paid for her over the past 5 years. $73,000. You left me stranded in Vegas with no money, no phone, no way home. You said I needed to learn responsibility. That was different. That was a lesson. And this is my lesson to you. I am responsible for my bills. You are responsible for yours. I learned that lesson very well when you abandoned me at a gas station. Maya, I am your mother. You were my mother. Then you left me alone in a city 400 miles from home with $20 to teach me a lesson. So here is what I learned. I do not need to take care of someone who would do that to me. They are going to shut off my power. Then you should have thought about that before you drove away and left me stranded. Good luck with your electricity bill, Mom. But let me back up. Let me tell you about the Vegas trip and what happened when my mother decided abandonment was good parenting. I grew up taking care of my mother. Diane Foster was the kind of person who could not quite manage adult responsibilities. She worked sporadically, spent impulsively, and somehow always ended up in financial crises that required rescuing. My father left when I was 10. After that, it was just Mom and me. And even at 10 years old, I was more responsible than she was. I made sure we had groceries. I paid bills with the money she gave me when she remembered to give it to me. I forged her signature on permission slips because she forgot about them. I got myself to school, did my homework, cooked dinner. You are so mature for your age, people would tell me. What they meant was, you are parenting your parent. Mom always had an excuse. She was tired. She was stressed. She had not grown up with good examples of responsibility. She was doing her best, but her best usually meant I picked up the slack. When I was 16, I got a job at a grocery store. Mom said it was to teach me work ethic. Really, it was because we needed money and she could not keep a job for more than a few months. I gave her most of my paychecks. She spent it on things we did not need. New clothes for her, dinners out, impulse purchases. Then she would cry when we did not have rent money. I do not know how this happened, she would say. Money just disappears. No, she spent it. But I could not say that. She was my mother. I was supposed to respect her. I got a full scholarship to college, left home at 18, got a degree in accounting, got a good job, finally escaped. But Mom kept calling. I am short on rent this month. Can you help? The car payment is late. Just this once? My credit card is maxed out. Can you loan me something until I get paid? It was always just this once. It was never just once. I was 23 and making decent money. I could afford to help. So I did. I paid her rent, her car payment, her utility bills, her credit cards, her phone bill, everything. Just until I get back on my feet, she would say. She never got back on her feet because she did not have to. I was always there to catch her. By the time I was 28, I had been financially supporting my mother for 5 years. I paid her bills every month, gave her spending money, covered her emergencies. I was essentially her parent, just like I had been my entire life. Then Mom decided I needed to learn responsibility. It started with a text message on a Friday in June. Hey sweetie, want to go on a trip with me this weekend? Just us girls. Vegas. I was tired from work, but the idea of a weekend away sounded nice. I had not taken a vacation in over a year. Sure. When? Tomorrow morning. Road trip. I will pick you up at 8. Mom showed up at 8 a.m. in her car, the car I made the payments on. She was in a great mood, singing along to the radio, talking about how fun Vegas would be. We drove for 6 hours, stopped for lunch, stopped for gas. Everything seemed normal. We got to Vegas around 4 p.m. Mom pulled into a gas station on the outskirts of the city. I need to use the restroom, she said. Want anything from inside? I am good. She went inside. I sat in the car scrolling through my phone. 10 minutes passed. 15, 20. I went inside to check on her. She was not in the bathroom, not in the store. I walked back outside. The car was gone. I stood there, confused. Maybe she had moved it. I walked around the gas station, checked the parking lot. The car was nowhere. I called her phone. It rang and rang, went to voicemail. Mom, where are you? Where's the car? I waited, called again, no answer. 30 minutes later, she finally texted back. I left. This is a lesson. You need to learn to take care of yourself. Figure out how to get home on your own. Love you. I stared at the message. Read it 3 times. Could not process what it said. She had left me, intentionally, in Las Vegas, 400 miles from home. I called her, no answer. Called again, blocked. I checked my wallet. I had $20 cash, my debit card, my phone. I tried to use my phone to look up bus tickets home. That was when I realized Mom had been messing with my phone settings while I was driving. She had changed my password. I could not access my banking app, could not access most of my apps, could not buy a bus ticket. I went into the gas station, hands shaking. Can I use your phone? My mom left me here and I need to call someone. The clerk looked skeptical but handed me the phone. I called my friend Sarah, no answer. Called my coworker James, no answer. It was Saturday afternoon. Everyone was busy. I called the bank. I need to reset my mobile banking password. We will need to verify your identity with the phone number on file. I cannot access my phone. My mom changed the settings. Then you will need to come into a branch with photo ID. I am in Las Vegas. My branch is in Phoenix. I am sorry. There is nothing I can do remotely without phone verification. I hung up, sat on the curb outside the gas station, tried to think. $20 would not get me home, would not get me a hotel room, would barely get me food. I was stranded, with no way home, because my mother had abandoned me to teach me a lesson about responsibility. The irony was suffocating. I spent 4 hours at that gas station trying to figure out what to do. I finally got through to Sarah, explained what happened. She was horrified. Your mom just left you there? What is wrong with her? She says it is a lesson about responsibility. That is insane. Okay, I can wire you money for a bus ticket, but the earliest bus out is tomorrow morning. Where do I sleep tonight? I do not know. Do you have enough for a cheap motel? Not really. I have $20. This is so messed up. Your mom is supposed to be the responsible adult here. Sarah wired me $200 through Western Union. I picked it up, bought a bus ticket for the next morning, and spent $60 on the cheapest motel room I could find. It was disgusting. Stained carpets, broken TV, suspicious smells, but it had a door that locked. I spent the night on that terrible bed, hungry because I could not afford to waste money on more than vending machine snacks. And I thought about everything. About how I had been taking care of Mom since I was 10. About how I had been paying her bills for 5 years. About how I had given her over $70,000 in that time. And she had repaid me by abandoning me in Vegas to teach me responsibility. The next morning, I took the bus home. 8 hours of sitting next to strangers, feeling humiliated and angry and done. Mom called when I was halfway home. I answered. Did you learn your lesson? She asked. Like this was all perfectly normal. What lesson? That you need to be able to take care of yourself. You have been depending on me too much. I needed to show you that you can handle things on your own. I almost laughed. Depending on you? Mom, I have been paying all your bills for 5 years. That is different. That is just money. I am talking about real life skills. Real life skills? You abandoned me 400 miles from home with no money and no way to contact anyone. And you figured it out. Did you not? You made it home. That proves my point. You are more capable than you think. I figured it out because my friend wired me money and I spent the night in a disgusting motel. That is not teaching me responsibility. That is abandonment. You are being dramatic. This was a lesson. You should be thanking me. Something inside me snapped. Thanking you? Yes. I taught you that you can handle emergencies. That you are stronger than you think. No, you taught me that you are not someone I can trust. That you will use me and abandon me and call it a lesson. Maya, do not be ridiculous. I am done, Mom. I am done with all of it. What does that mean? It means figure out your own bills from now on. Figure out your own problems. Figure out your own life. I am done taking care of you. You cannot be serious. I am completely serious. You left me in Vegas to teach me responsibility? Fine. Lesson learned. I am responsible for me. You are responsible for you. Maya, you cannot do this. I hung up. The first bill came due 2 weeks later. Mom's rent, $1,500. I had been paying it for 3 years. She called me the day before it was due. Hey, sweetie, can you Venmo me the rent money? It is due tomorrow. No, what do you mean no? I mean I am not paying your rent anymore. Maya, do not be ridiculous. I need that money. Then earn it. Get a job. Budget better. Figure it out. I have a job. I just do not make enough to cover everything. That sounds like a you problem. Are you seriously going to let me get evicted over one stupid trip? You seriously abandoned me in Vegas over a stupid lesson. So yes, Maya. I hung up, blocked her number. She called from other numbers, left voicemails, sent emails, all variations of the same message. How could I do this to her? She needed my help. I was being cruel and vindictive. This was not what family does. I deleted everything without responding. Mom's rent went unpaid. She got an eviction notice, called me from her landlord's phone. I recognized his voice in the background and hung up. Then the utility bills came due. Electricity, water, gas, internet, phone. I had been paying all of them. I paid none of them. Mom's electricity got shut off after one missed payment. She showed up at my apartment. I did not open the door. Watched through the peephole as she knocked and finally left. She sent an email with the subject line emergency. I deleted it without reading. Over the next month, everything got shut off. Electricity, water, gas, internet, her phone. Her landlord started eviction proceedings, and I did nothing. I just let it happen. My therapist asked if I felt guilty. Not even a little? No, she abandoned me in Vegas with $20 to teach me a lesson. Now she is learning what it is like when someone stops taking care of you. That is very different from abandonment. Is it? She always depended on me to fix her problems. I always came through. And the one time I needed her, she left me stranded. So now I am leaving her to handle her own problems. It feels fair. And if she becomes homeless, then she will learn real responsibility. Like she was trying to teach me. I was not being cruel. I was being honest. I had spent 5 years and $73,000 keeping my mother afloat, and she had repaid that by abandoning me. I was done. Mom's eviction went through 6 weeks after I stopped paying her bills. She called me from a friend's phone. I answered without thinking. Maya, please. I am being evicted tomorrow. I need somewhere to stay. Stay with a friend. I cannot impose on people like that. But you can impose on your daughter? The one you left in Vegas? That was different. No, it was not. You want somewhere to stay? Figure it out. Like you told me to figure it out. I do not have any money. All my bills are past due. I have nowhere to go. Sounds like you need to learn some real life skills. You are being cruel. I am being exactly as cruel as you were. Which apparently is what good parenting looks like. You taught me that. Maya, I am sorry. I should not have left you in Vegas. I thought it would be a good lesson, but I was wrong. Please, I am begging you. Do not do this to me. An apology, finally. But it felt hollow. You are sorry now. Now that you need something. Where was this apology a month ago? 2 months ago? I did not think you would actually stop helping me. Because you never faced consequences before. I always bailed you out. Always took care of everything. You could do whatever you wanted because you knew I would fix it. I know I took advantage. But please, I need help. No, you need to take care of yourself. That is the lesson you tried to teach me. I am teaching it back to you. Where am I supposed to go? I do not know. A shelter? A friend's couch? Figure it out. You are a grown woman. Act like one. I hung up. She tried calling back. I blocked the number. Mom got evicted the next day. According to relatives who called to yell at me, she moved into her car. The car I had stopped making payments on 3 weeks earlier, meaning the bank was about to repossess it. How can you let your mother live in a car? Aunt Brenda demanded. How could she leave me stranded in Vegas? I shot back. That was stupid. But this is serious. She could end up homeless. Then maybe she should not have spent 5 years depending on her daughter to pay all her bills while she spent her own money on whatever she wanted. You are supposed to help family. I did help. For 5 years. I gave her $73,000. She thanked me by abandoning me. I am done helping. I hung up on Aunt Brenda too. The calls from family members continued. Everyone had an opinion about what a terrible daughter I was. No one seemed to care that Mom had abandoned me. That was just one mistake, Uncle Rob said. You are making her pay for one mistake forever. It was not one mistake. It was the culmination of 30 years of her expecting me to take care of her. I am done. I blocked more numbers. Stopped answering calls from anyone I did not recognize. Mom's car got repossessed 2 weeks after her eviction. She called from a payphone. I did not know those still existed, begging me to help her get it back. No, I need a car. How am I supposed to work without a car? Take the bus, walk, figure it out. You are being heartless. You left me in Vegas. You do not get to lecture me about being heartless. I hung up. Through the family grapevine, I heard mom was staying in a shelter, that she had gotten a job at a fast food restaurant, that she was struggling. I felt nothing. No sympathy, no guilt, just relief that I was finally free. 3 months after I stopped paying her bills, mom showed up at my workplace. Security called me. "There is a Diane Foster here asking for you. She says she is your mother. Tell her to leave. She is causing a scene. She is crying in the lobby. Can you just come down and talk to her?" I sighed, went downstairs. Mom was sitting in a chair crying, and everyone in the lobby was staring. "Come outside," I said. We walked out to the parking lot, away from witnesses. "What do you want?" "I want my daughter back. I want to fix this. Please." "There is nothing to fix. This is what you wanted. Independence, responsibility. You taught me not to depend on anyone. Congratulations. Lesson learned. I made a mistake. One stupid mistake. Are you really going to punish me forever?" "It was not one mistake, Mom. It was a pattern. 30 years of expecting me to take care of you. 30 years of me being the parent while you were the child." The Vegas trip was just the most dramatic example. I know I was not the best mother. You were not a mother at all. You were a dependent. Someone I had to take care of and support and rescue constantly. I am sorry. I am so sorry. I will be better. I will get my life together. Just please, help me one more time. No, Maya, I am living in a shelter. I have nothing. No car, no apartment, no savings. I need help. And I needed help in Vegas. But you left me there. That was different. Stop saying that. It was not different. You abandoned me when I needed you. Now I am doing the same thing. How is this different? Because I am your mother. So what? That gives you the right to use me? To abandon me? To expect me to fund your life forever? I gave you life, and I gave you 5 years and $73,000. We are more than even. Mom was crying harder now. Please, I will pay you back. Every penny. Just help me get back on my feet one more time. How will you pay me back? You could not even pay your own bills when I was covering them. How will you pay me back $73,000? I will figure it out. No, you would not. You would take my money, get comfortable again, and nothing would change. You would keep depending on me because you have never learned to take care of yourself. So you are just giving up on me? I am not giving up on you. I am refusing to continue enabling you. There is a difference. What am I supposed to do? What everyone else does. Work, budget, live within your means. Take responsibility for your own life. I cannot do this alone. You left me alone in Vegas. I figured it out. Figure this out. I walked back into my building, left her crying in the parking lot. Security called me 10 minutes later. Your mother is gone, but she left this for you. It was an envelope. Inside was a handwritten letter. Maya, I know I failed you. I know I was a terrible mother. I know I took advantage of your kindness and generosity. I know leaving you in Vegas was cruel and stupid, but I am begging you, please do not give up on me. I am your mother. I am trying. I got a job. I am saving money. I am doing everything right, but I cannot do it alone. I need help. Just one more time. Please. I love you. Mom, I read it once. Then I threw it in the trash. 6 months after I stopped paying her bills, Mom was still struggling, still calling from random numbers, still showing up places trying to guilt me into helping. I had changed my phone number, changed my email, made it harder for her to find me, but she always found a way. Then she tried something new. She called my boss. Is this Emily Chen? I am Maya Foster's mother. I need to speak with you about my daughter. Emily called me into her office. Your mother called me. She said you have been withholding financial support from her and she is homeless because of you. That is partially true. I did stop giving her money. She is not homeless anymore. She has a room in a boarding house. But yes, I cut her off financially. She sounded pretty desperate. She is desperate. That is what happens when you depend on someone for everything and they finally stop enabling you. Do you want to tell me what happened? I told her. The whole story, the years of support, the Vegas abandonment, the decision to stop paying her bills. Emily listened without interrupting. When I finished, she shook her head. That is manipulative of her to call your workplace. I am sorry you had to deal with that. Can you block her number? Already done. And I will let everyone know not to put her through if she calls again. Thank you. But Mom did not stop there. She called my friends, my old coworkers, anyone she could find connected to me. She told everyone I was cruel, that I had abandoned her, that I was letting her suffer for one mistake. Some people believed her. Most people, once I explained what actually happened, understood my side. Then she escalated. She posted on Facebook a long post about being homeless, about her daughter abandoning her, about how she had made one mistake and was being punished forever. She did not name me, but anyone who knew us would know exactly who she was talking about. The post got traction, hundreds of comments, most sympathizing with her, some calling me out by name. I could have left it alone, but I was done with her controlling the narrative. I commented on her post, publicly, with receipts. You left me stranded in Las Vegas with 20 and no way home to teach me responsibility. This was after I spent 5 years paying all your bills, rent, utilities, car payment, everything. Over $73,000 total. I stopped enabling your financial irresponsibility after you abandoned me. That is not me being cruel. That is me finally setting boundaries. I attached screenshots, bank transfers showing 5 years of payments to her. The text message she sent me in Vegas saying she left. Voicemails from after where she said it was a lesson. The comment section exploded. People who had sympathized with her turned on her. People called her out for manipulating the story. People understood my side. Mom deleted the post, but the damage was done. Everyone knew the truth now. She called me that night from yet another number. How could you do that? You embarrassed me in front of everyone. You tried to embarrass me first. You just did not expect me to have proof. I needed people to understand my situation. Your situation is that you depended on your daughter for everything, treated her like garbage, and now face consequences. That is the situation. I am sorry about Vegas. How many times do I have to say it? It does not matter how many times you say it. Your apology changes nothing. You are sorry you lost your safety net. You are not sorry you left me stranded. That is not true. It is completely true. You never apologized until you needed money. That is not real remorse. That is manipulation. What do you want from me, Maya? What will it take for you to forgive me? Nothing. I do not want anything from you. I do not need your apology or your promises or your excuses. I just want you to leave me alone. I am your mother. You are a person I took care of for 30 years. That is all. You were never really a mother. Mothers do not abandon their children. Mothers do not use their children as ATMs. Mothers do not leave their daughters stranded to teach them lessons. I know I failed you. Yes, you did. And I am done trying to fix what you broke. You are on your own, like you left me on my own. Please, Maya, I need you. You need my money. You do not need me. You have never needed me. You have only ever needed what I could give you. That is not fair. Life is not fair, Mom. You taught me that in Vegas. I hung up, blocked the number, went back to my life. The fallout from the Facebook post was immediate and permanent. Family members who had been pressuring me to help Mom suddenly understood my side. They stopped calling. Some even apologized. I did not know she left you in Vegas, Uncle Rob said. That is messed up. I am sorry I gave you a hard time. It is fine. No, it is not fine. I should have listened to your side before judging. Other people were not so understanding. They thought I was vindictive for posting publicly, for embarrassing my mother, for airing our family business. I did not care. She had tried to turn people against me. I just set the record straight. Mom lost her room at the boarding house. She could not afford it once she lost the sympathy donations from her Facebook sob story. She moved into a shelter again. I did not feel bad about it. She was an adult. She had a job. She could figure it out. Through occasional updates from family, I heard she was slowly getting her life together, got a better job, saved money, eventually got a small studio apartment. She was doing what she should have been doing all along, taking care of herself. I moved forward with my life, got promoted at work, started dating someone seriously, bought a house, built a life that was mine and mine alone. No one to rescue, no one to enable, just me and my choices and my consequences. 2 years after I stopped paying her bills, Mom sent me a letter, actual physical mail to my new address. I do not know how she found it. Maya, I am writing this not to ask for anything, but to tell you something I should have said a long time ago. You were right about everything. I did use you. I did depend on you in ways that were unfair. I did abandon you in Vegas and call it a lesson when really it was just cruel. The last 2 years have been the hardest of my life, but they taught me what you tried to tell me, that I needed to take care of myself. that I could not depend on my daughter to fund my life. I have a job now, a real job that I have kept for over a year. I have an apartment. I pay my own bills. I am doing what I should have been doing all along. I do not expect you to forgive me. I do not expect you to want a relationship with me. I just wanted you to know that I finally learned the lesson I was trying to teach you. The difference is, you already knew how to take care of yourself. You learned that from being my parent when you should have been my child. I am sorry for all of it. Mom, I read the letter, thought about responding, decided not to. An apology was nice, but it did not change anything. It did not give me back my childhood where I should have been taken care of instead of being the caretaker. It did not give me back the $73,000 I had given her over 5 years. It was just words, and I did not need them. It has been 3 years since I stopped paying mom's bills. I am 31 now. I have a career I love, a partner who respects me, a house that is mine. I have built a life without being anyone's caretaker. Mom and I have not spoken. She does not have my current phone number. She does not know where I live now. The letter was sent to my old address and forwarded through family. I hear she is doing okay, still working, still taking care of herself, still living within her means. I am glad she finally learned to be responsible, but that does not mean I want her in my life. People ask me sometimes if I will ever forgive her, if I will ever let her back in. The answer is no, not because I am holding a grudge, but because I spent 30 years taking care of her, 30 years being the responsible one. 30 years being the parent when I should have been the child. I am done with that role, done being the person who fixes her problems, done enabling someone who refused to take care of herself. She left me in Vegas to teach me responsibility. She taught me something, but not what she intended. She taught me that I do not owe anyone, not even my mother, unlimited support, that setting boundaries is not cruel, that sometimes the most responsible thing you can do is stop enabling someone who refuses to grow up. I learned that lesson well, so well that I never paid her bills again. And I do not regret it for a second. My family says I should have forgiven my mother and helped her despite what she did. My therapist says I set healthy boundaries and protected myself from being used. What do you think? Was I wrong to stop paying my mother's bills after she abandoned me in Vegas to teach me a lesson? Or did she earn that consequence? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below. Believe people should face the consequences of their actions. Hit subscribe. I have got more stories of justice that will blow your mind.